Hey guys, we're back with the 2020 Honda Talon X4 with live valve. I want to do a quick review for you guys. It's been a while since I've done it. I wanted to talk about the accessories I have on the machine. Also, any problems that I've had with the machine over the last 1,800 miles. First, let's start with the obvious. I went away from the stock tires and even went away from the 32-inch carnivores, and I put a set of 35 Frontline ACPs on it, coupled with 20-inch rims. And if you look behind them, you see there's a set of portals back there. 4-inch portals, 30% reduction, Super ATV portals. So huge difference when I bolted these portals on, as well as the tires. It changed the machine. I figured it wouldn't be as sporty, being that it's bigger like it is now. But to be honest with you, we still jump it. We still have a blast spinning it around, doing donuts. It is still a fun machine. Now we'll climb through and crawl through, but just about it. Some of the accessories that I put on to actually hold the tires and portals, it's right here in the front. The Super ATV arched A-arms. They're set forward 1.5 inches. Now this setup here gives me about 20 inches of ground clearance all the way through the center. That's the 4-inch portals as well as the high clearance A-arms. And again, they're set forward 1.5 inches so that can clear these 35s. When I ordered the A-arms, I went ahead and ordered the heavy duty ball joints. They're repairable, they're serviceable as well as greasable. I have not done anything with the stock front axle, CV axle yet, but I plan on putting some Rhino 2.0s in there eventually. Something else I upgraded was the steering arms with the heavy duty joints to replace the stock. Up front, also, we have the Warren winch that I've had for a while. Warren winch with the synthetic rope does a great job. Also, the Super ATV Windshield, CREE Light Bar, and a new addition is these Kimimoto side mirrors. They have the daytime running lights as well as the blinkers in them. Great quality, nice aluminum, breakaway, and goes back to a set position. So super nice mirrors. Also under here we have the splash guards from Kimimoto. Just keeps all the water and mud from going up underneath your dash. That has come in really handy as well. So going around back, we have the Super ATV radius arms. I have some Rhino 2.0s to put in here. I'll be putting that in here soon. You can see all the portal accessories. You got your heavy duty brake lines. See how this mounts up. I have 1.5 inch spacers in the back to make the rear width match the fronts. I have the Super ATV rear bumper. I have because it's hard to see back out of this thing being a 4-seater and so tall, I have the rear view camera. This is just a cheap one off of Amazon. I've got another one ordered because I want to have a camera in the back and in the front, because we're getting ready to go on a ride in West Virginia. I want to be able to see when we're making those sharp turns up in the mountains, see how close I am to the edge. As far as the splash guards up front, this set also came with the rear guards, and that keeps all that mud and debris from going up underneath. Makes it a whole lot easier to clean once you've done riding. In the back here, we have the tractor supply box. There's several videos on YouTube about those. They're an inexpensive way to store a bunch of stuff. I have an air compressor in here. I have all the tools needed to change an axle, patch a tire, whatever I need there. You also have the rear windshield from Super ATV. Moving into the cab, I have the Noam sound system. as well as the controller right here, all Bluetooth. I have my marine radio. Everything's dirty in here, but you can see that I got the switch plate there from Honda, and you can look there and I have 1,830 miles. Now, some of the issues that I've had with this, the rear axles, and that's another reason why I'm going to go ahead and change them from the stock and put the 2.0s. They're strong axles, they hold up well, but they start clicking. After a while, you turn sharp and the inside tire will kind of grab and release, and you can hear it click. And I'm just afraid that they're going to give up on me, so I decided to go with the 2.0s from Super ATV, and I believe that they're going to be a lot better because they're rebuildable and they're 40% stronger than stock. And eventually I'll get them for the front as well. As far as some other issues that I've had, the machine's been really solid, but I do have an issue with the Fox live valve. It has a light on right now. It says an alarm light for the system. If you read the book, it says take it to Honda and they'll fix it. Well, I've taken it to Honda and they're having an issue figuring out what the light is. It would go up, it would come on and go off, and they decided that they were not gonna even mess with it. I got the bike back. My launch mode still works. I can switch it from sport to normal suspension. That still works, but I do have a light. As far as performance, it hasn't hurt it. All in all, I am really impressed with the bike. Haven't had any major issues at all, and we ride it literally all the time. I would recommend this to families. If you're gonna buy a 4-seater UTV and you want something that's gonna actually be able to go through the woods and not be as long as a limo, this is a good alternative to a Can-Am or Polaris that is a couple feet longer than this thing. Now, I do know that they have more power, they have the turbo options, that kind of thing, but as far as just an all-around great solid bike with no belts, might I add, right? The dual clutch transmission has no belts. You don't have to worry about anything slipping or getting wet. I would certainly recommend this. I'd buy this again. If I was in the market for a 2-seater, I'm not sure what I would go with. Probably end up going with the Can-Am, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I've never driven a Talon 2-seater before. I understand that they're a little bit rough riding. I don't know if it's because how short they are and the way the suspension's set up. I do know that this one rides really smooth, and with the portals, believe it or not, it got smoother. Now, one side effect from the portals was a little bit more bump steer. Now, what I did is I went ahead and I adjusted the camber, caster, and toe on it to get the tires straight up and down. They do lean in at the top a little bit from the factory, and the Super ATV lower A arms allows you to adjust for caster and camber. So I got them running straight and made the bump steer better. Still not perfect, but you got to give up a little bit to have tires that big. One thing too that I do get asked about, these tires do rub even with the forward A arms just a little bit here, not enough to even grab anything, and as they wear down some, that will get less and less. You can see there's a lot of body damage and scratches on this thing. I've never laid it over, thank goodness, but I do put it in the woods. I use the mess out of it. We've hit trees and whatnot. I've had to replace this before from backing into a tree. It's held up really good. I mean, 1,800 hard miles. If you watch some of my videos, you know we do not take it easy on this thing. So overall, I'm super impressed. If you have any other questions about this bike, anything that I missed in this review video, just hit me up. Leave a comment. Ask me a question, and I'll get back to you. Like always, I appreciate you guys watching and all the support. Let me know if you want to see something else, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you hadn't already, because there's a lot more content to come. Thanks, guys.